Hey kids, so that oil rig over there, that takes a lot of iron. It's taking a lot of iron. So while I was waiting for my mass fab and all that to make a bunch of iron, I kind of got a little bored. Finally did something with the steamboat. Still got to put a wheel on this side. Yeah, right now we're really good at going in circles. I needed something to come along in here. This is what I come up with. I think I might have to move these up a little higher. They look neat, but I think they need to go a little higher. What do you think? I'm gonna bonk my head on them every time I walk through. In here, still gotta flesh these out a little more. It's like if downstairs is providing all the power, this is part of the drive that helps run the wheels. I know it's up a little higher than it needs to be. I think on the outside the axles are 2 blocks lower than this. But again, this is a game where bees make uranium. Found a home for my blast furnace, and if you're wondering where I hid the coke oven, it's up there. Because I'm void piping all the creosote, and I'm pumping out all the coal coke. Now the funny part is that in order to fill it up, because it's so almost completely hidden, completely bricked it in with something that looked like furnace bricks, is that the only way for me to load the coke oven is to dive down the smokestack. And while I love to have smoke coming out of there with a block of nether brick or nether rack, that might make refilling a little difficult. So not only was the mass fab taking so long that I got bored enough to do that, I decided to find another way to help myself along. I'm going down here. Let's count them off here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 rusty bees. Pumping out the iron dust. And just because I felt like it, 1 steel bee. This is going to become another steel bee. I gotta pull 10 of these guys out and turn one of my extra drones into another steel bee. Going through stuff a lot faster than I suspected. We're making a lot. This is great. This is, well, aside from the slight red power issue, the server gets reset on Sunday. Sunday? Yeah, this Sunday it's supposed to be. I don't think red power is done yet. Which means I'm going to be feeding frames by hand a lot. That's unfortunate. But, let's head out here. Got a couple hours worth of work done that would have bored the pants off, and it bored me. That's how boring it was. Because I needed to dress up the underside of all of this. I'm gonna got a boat here. Place, and where'd you go? Get back here. No! Dang it. Stop it. Thank you. The underside looked a little dull. These are metal posts and stone posts. If I go into yellow metal posts, make the regular metal posts in a rolling machine. Get a half stack for 7 steel, and that's that is about I think 4 or 5 stacks of these things. That's about 4. I had to go back and make more. Got a boat here. And it's gone. Because I can't see anything. As nice as this game looks. There's my boat. Blows 1,000,000 tons of iron. Where's what happens to a wooden boat? So these don't look great from like up here. But you see down here, of course I just got out of my boat, didn't I? You can see how they connect. and that's what we're going to do. We're going to lay down a field of iron blocks and some more scaffold. Can't get scaffold everywhere. Try these two, because it only reaches so far in some places. So what we're going to do is, while a bunch of this is going to be iron blocks, a bunch of it will still be scaffold. And this stuff doesn't, you can see how it does connect to the bottom of underside of scaffold, but I don't want this to all be scaffolding. So we might go like this. Go away. And then run iron blocks in between. And now it doesn't float quite so bad anymore. But these don't connect to, the sides don't connect to scaffolding because they're not, I don't know why they don't. They just don't. Lay them out with this, because they have to be connected to scaffold somewhere. And I can't place anybody here because we're too far away from that one, right? I can place there. No. Stop that. Not my day. Stop that. That, and then we'll put iron blocks in between. So that'll break up the top, won't be a great big sea of iron blocks, and then underneath it'll look like that, right? And as I learned to jetpack, you lay down iron blocks on top of these, because otherwise scaffolding is see-through from certain sides. Like you see from here, I can look down, I can look right through that, right? And then from down here, you can see through the top. We don't want to be able to see through our entire oil platform, so we need to cover things up. And then, and this is going to be a lot. I got a lot of stuff to cover here. I'm not even sure I have enough iron blocks to do it yet. Yeah, these only cover, this is cover an 8x8 square, even if it's broken up. This thing from here to the other point there is 25. And we've added, what, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 31, and we're going to extend out at least one more block. So we're at 33. Yeah, nowhere near enough iron. We're going to lay a bunch of this stuff down, and then get a bunch of AFK time while I wait for stuff to cook up again. So I'll be back in a minute. Oh, there's the outer ring put together. Starting to close it up a bit. Our pattern is kind of dictated by what will sit on top of what. Scaffolding will only reach so far. So you have a scaffold here. Nothing, 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 nothing. Scaffolding, right? You can tell right under there. See, there's nothing supporting these guys. They're being supported by this scaffold. If I break this, a couple of these will pop up. We're still supported over here, though. I would never try to make anything like this on a server, because invariably someone would accidentally wave something in the wrong direction, break something important, and the whole thing would come apart like a house of cards. Yeah. Although if I do make this look cool enough, I would love to be able to make an FPS map with all this awesome stuff. It's way better than vanilla, don't it? Doesn't it look cool? Okay, I'm just going to use up what I got left, which isn't a whole lot. Like I showed you that chest. This is what's left after that. So this project is going to take a hell of a long time. And I'm going to start here in the middle, because our derrick is going to be centered right here. It's going to raise up. And I think in my creative, I was playing around with it, it sat on a 9x9 base. Which when it came out, 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. Which is we're gonna need an actual iron block out there and out there, and a couple of them, because it's gonna raise up on more of the scaffolding. What I'm gonna do is let's try this, and 2, 3. Nope, Can't go that far. Hello. Gravity works. So how far can we go with these? Can we get any far at all? Because we're not, these things have some rather specific limitations to them. So yeah, like, you know, so that guy, it's sitting on nothing. So it won't reach out very far. But it will give us a bit. So let's get these out of the way. And then we'll just have to fill the rest in with iron blocks. It's okay. Gives us that. Reach over here. Boot, boot. Okay, what did I do wrong? I should have went 3. Oh, I know. I missed that one. Come here. Oh! God damn it. Can't talk and work at the same time. So this will give us the, really? Stop that. Should have grabbed the grab suit. This will give us the outer edges of our derrick. And the inside, I'm thinking going with a slightly darker metal. Given that the drill 4 is the drill 4 would see a lot of activity. Probably going to go with steel blocks for it because it's slightly darker, looks nicer. Let's see how much of this we can fill in. Can I get all the way to the edge? Sweet. Just give me a minute. Okay, there's our big old boring drill floor. This is going to have a lot of stuff going on. We have a lot of activity around here. These are going to mark the edges of the derrick. Now, see, we're almost out of everything again. All that stuff is almost all gone. Jeez. Just polish what I got. 48 gives me 16 to a side. I'm not going that high. We're gonna go, you know, it's gonna be high, but not that high. 5. Is that 4? Might need to go higher than this. Because we're going to have a lot of other stuff on the deck of this thing, right? So we're going to need not just a derrick. We'll need a spot for the drawworks, motor building. We'll need a galley, storage, a couple big tanks, need a crane for lifting stuff off the supply boats. Oh, I think we're too far. Yep, we're not going to finish that, are we? Again, underestimated how much of everything. No! Need a few of you soon, but not now. And I bet I lost that one, didn't I? Let's see if I find him. These out of the way, though. So that... yeah, definitely up a couple higher than that. Definitely. And then we'll have to bridge it across in a couple spots. One of these places will be... hello? One of these spots will have a pipe rack off the side where they pull the individual elements in the drawstring up into the derrick. Going through some copper, a few chunks of computer craft for the driller station. And I'll just use up a few more of these while I'm here. Is that right? Yeah. Out of everything. Do I want scaffold here or not? Tell you what, let's just make this look slightly more interesting. And then, after we've made a few billion more ingots of iron, we'll come back and we'll scaffold that all in. Back. And there. Where'd my boat go? Let's take a look at this thing from the bottom. And boat. By the way, is everything connects? It's all supported. Under here, I'm gonna hang all kinds of electrical elements. A bunch of the blue electric stuff, bat boxes, insulated wire, definitely some high voltage wire, transformers, basically just assorted clutter, like all the things they can't run across the deck because it gets in the way of things. Maybe some Buildcraft pipes here and there. None of it has to do anything. None of it will do anything. Let's get back up here. Light this thing up before something spawns on it. Because, in case you haven't noticed, there's not a lot of space for surface spawns up here. I really should take advantage of that. I really should set up a free-range mob farm. It's a big block, nice and dark. The problem is I don't want to do it, anywhere near my boat unless it's something that's going to look good. And I've got a big tower rising out of the water. I don't think that really look good, do you? If I had another volcano nearby, a big tall, it wouldn't be too bad a way to hide it. If I could. Nah, I couldn't. Spawn Island's got enough clutter on it as it is. I don't think it's big enough to run a proper mob farm. I missed a spot here somewhere, didn't I? There we are. And anywhere else? There, let's make this look nice and pretty. So we scaffold this all up, break the design up. Now another problem I've got is after building the chestnut farm there, I have an absolute total surplus. Let's put this stuff away. I use these guys here every now and then too. What I found out is, I got a saw on me, do I? I could show you. Don't. Is that if you surround these guys with micro blocks, they let the light through. So I can hide them here and there and everywhere, provided I just cover them in micro blocks, panels, things like that. It's kind of cool. I wouldn't mind hanging a wrath lamp or two in here, but that requires some machines I don't have yet. Or I could just go to Nope, I can't do that. The Twilight Forest is going to be for a crafting table, isn't it? So I can get dark iron, which I'm going to need kind of soon. Over here. Okay. Let's head back. Middle of the dang night. Just thing fade out of view. He'll tell me how tall my derrick needs to be. I think you need really tall. Probably about as tall as that thing's going to be wide, otherwise it'll look stumpy. Right now looking at 30 some and it's only 5. Yeah, it needs to be tall. I'm about here somewhere. We're at 5, 10, way up there. Because after we throw all the buildings in front, you won't see the bottom half and it won't tower quite as nicely. Another thing I thought of while I was doing all this is that, so I kidnap a bunch of villagers, turn that into a village. They would still need, technically, a village on the shore to be from, right? To have shore leave. So somewhere, yeah, it looks kind of cool on the map, don't it? Probably, I think there's land closer that way. Or I know there's land right over there. Let the world load in here. We get over to the back of the steamboat so I can take a nap. Come on, world, load. You know you want to. Over. Come on. Here, let's force it. Render distance. Normal 64. You see on the map, there's in the top left corner is a chunk of land that doesn't want to load. Normally I'm looking at it all the time. It reminds me how far offshore I am not. Let's go over here. There it is. We have that. Now, I bet it's going to unload the moment I get back over here. Sometimes I can see it and sometimes I can't. Get over here. Yeah, I can still just see it. So if I build a town over there. Some piers. Definitely a bunch of boats. That way a guy can see it from here, right? That way the villagers that I've kidnapped and put over there will have some place to not go because they can't run a boat. But, so like I said, slight problem with this guy is that in order to make all the frames, I'm out again, wow, for my bees, I'm out of string too. I'm out of all the things again. Is that I've gone through about 3 barrels of wood just making frames. And right now, this guy is only making wood for coal to run stuff. So I need to actually build another flippin' tree farm. Because without it, these guys go back to their usual production, which is nowhere near as fast as I'd like it to be. There, see, from the time we spent out there faffing about, I got another stack of iron dust, and 40-some steel ingots. I'll probably get more. Because like I said, I've got, what, 1, 2, 3 of these shut in right now, because I need all the centrifuge space for what I got. I don't really need, I definitely don't need pollen right now. Got so much pollen. So much jelly. And not enough villager. Well, frick! That's both of them gone now. God damn it, Bob, what happened to you? Dang it. Oh well, you didn't offer frames anyway. I bet, because I had a guy here, because I bet you I had 2 villagers here once upon a time. The computer regarded this as a village. I made a zombie. Blows. Damn it. That means I gotta kidnap an apiarist I like and lock him in a booth. Grumble, 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 grumble. Let's go back to criping about other things. Yeah, tree farm. I'm gonna put it right here. Yep. A couple blocks away from this guy. Out that way. This is 19. So we'll make it 19 by 19 with no access from the top. We will access him from here, and we'll just build a doorway around here from this block up. Yeah, up all the 3, because I'll need to pipe in wood. Wood. I said wood. Right, we'll pipe it in along the ceiling. I won't connect to this hatch, which is good. So low on fertilizer. What have you set at? Is it 25? Less than 50. Okay, we're not less than 50 yet. What am I at here? 6? Oh yeah, we're good on appetite. So while I have a giant pile of seed oil, and I put these here because I was running out of, this was topped out, that was filled up. Let's fill up again too. Gotta get more, stuff some more wood into this thing. Because as long as the frames keep coming, the production's good on the bees, but the moment you run out of one thing, the whole thing grinds to a halt. And unfortunately, I had to go back to the flax because it makes more string than anything else. Of course, I'm stuck recycling giant piles of flaxseed again. I'd love to have an automatic I could build another automatic flax farm like I had on the server. That's all just red power. That's just deployers and block breakers. But then I kind of commit myself to spending a lot of time over at the skelly grinder for bones. Damn it. You want one thing to work, you gotta build another thing. Another thing to work, you gotta build another thing. This guy's busy cranking out tin. I had a shortage of tin after building these guys. That's a lot of tin. 5x5 farm is 100 farm blocks. So you're looking at, well, less than half a stack of tin. And gears and stuff. And I was down to less than a stack. I don't know what to make with you now. But anyway. I've wasted enough of your time today. That's what I'm going to have to do. And the sooner the better. Because the sooner I get my iron production back up, the sooner I can work on that thing again. So probably next time we'll build this tree farm. This is going to take a long time to build up the iron. Because it's not just iron, it's iron and refined iron. Right? You need refined iron to build the scaffolding. It takes 6 refined iron gives you a bunch of fences, and then it's 3 refined iron and 3 fences give you 16 scaffold. I knew the math at one point. I've gone and forgotten it now. But still, yeah, it's a gigantic pile of iron. And then, so we just blew off 8 stacks of steel, which is going to take a lot of time, because I've only got the one steel bee and the black up too high. The one steel bee and this one blast furnace going. We've been, what, 20 minutes now? Yeah. So half an hour for a stack of steel out of there. And then even longer to get a stack of steel out of that, because I only got the one bee going. And now I'm out of frames. I'll deal with that. I'll let you guys go watch someone else's videos that are more interesting and stuff. I'll see you later.